Hey, beautiful people. So, today I want to talk about success. How often do you go to bed and feel like the day was successful, or that you've made leeway in something? And I feel that the idea of success is always attached to a result, a tangible accomplishment, a finishing of something, and that we rarely attribute to ourselves mention of success and the congratulations and celebrations unless there is tangible completion. But what happens when we understand that we are multidimensional and that we are working on many different dreams and wishes and desires at the same time that are all living in their different time zones, and for maybe a specific aspect of our life there is patience to be cultivated, because before we get to the final conclusion of the vision we have in mind, there could be days, weeks, months, maybe years. And if we only can take on board the success of that area of our life when it's reached completion, then there is a 99% of the journey that will feel like failure. And I think this is very counterproductive and stretches the suffering and the delaying of the accomplishment of the vision, simply because we misunderstand the notion of success. And I would like to ask guidance to clarify what success is. There is a lot to say about the word success, but as you understand yourself to be multi-dimensional beings working on so many different aspects of the self, because you are not just a one direction, one dimension, one facet being. You have so many different aspects of your life, 360-degree view of your life that you wish to uplift, up-level, change, transform. If you are waiting for all of the aspects of your life or of a situation to have completely shifted in order for yourself to feel growth, to feel proud, to feel that there is a reason to celebrate, then you are missing out on 99% of your life. Having a dream, birthing a new desire, clarifying more elements of what you wish to create. These are all reasons to celebrate, reasons to feel the success of your own inner guidance, the understanding that, hey, this direction is the direction I want. That's something to celebrate. It's knowing something I didn't know before, and the clarifying of it is also something to celebrate. And the stepping in the direction of feeling better without it is something to celebrate. All of the individual steps towards a goal are reasons to celebrate. And if we can put this in perspective to you, is that you are imagining or thinking you are working on this project, but all the while you are working on that one and this one and that one over there and this one over there, and you are working on so many levels of so many different desires that you want to take on. And to be able to celebrate each step is meaning that you honor that you are doing all of these steps and accomplishing all of these intermediary goals that you might have forgotten you had set for yourself. And taking that into account helps you view each step you make as the conclusion of something you asked for in the past. That is an accelerator, an amplifier of empowerment, of gratification, but of it's a support that you can't realize you need. Because a lot of the times you will see what's not been accomplished yet. And when you see what's not been accomplished yet, you widen the gap between you and what you want. But when you can see that each step you are doing now is the result of something you asked for prior, then you feel the empowerment in that moment. You feel the growth that you're experiencing. You feel the learning, the movement forward, the evolution. And then even if goals are not quite really in the moment completely accomplished, you feel your movement towards them. Which when you look at what's not been accomplished only, you cannot feel the movement towards. And it's the lack of feeling the evolution, the lack of feeling the momentum as creating this empowerment. It's creating that free sensation, that stagnation, that imagined idea of being blocked. And a lot of the times you will be convinced that you are hit a wall, that you are blocked, that you are stagnant. And all it takes is someone to bring you clarity, insight about another aspect of your life that you had been desiring to improve, and which you have, for that block there to dissolve and for you to suddenly feel a forward movement. So the blocks that you're feeling, the stagnation, the disappointment in the not having reached the goal stems from not seeing all the other goals you're actually accomplishing, all of the other steps you're actually taking. And the more you can bring your awareness into, if that is the result of today, if that is what today brought me, what is my success in this? How is this day a step in my journey? What did it accomplish? What did it bring? What did I learn that I didn't know before? And to really start turning the tide to see all the steps you have made will allow you to see the great movement that you're constantly driving. But more than that, there is an acceleration that you are not aware of. And even if you're thinking maybe to yourself, my dreams are too big, or they only can happen so far away, if you start having the understanding of your capacity for acceleration, we're not even speaking of just steady growth, we are meaning your capacity for acceleration. And you can notice that in your planet right now. You can notice that with the movement, the implementation of AI, the movement to your digital technology, the evolution of what is available and possible, and what could be done prior in years can now be done in months, can now be done in days, can now be done in minutes. And understanding that acceleration is not simply outside of you. You are part of this acceleration, and it is the same acceleration that is driving your growth and your reach towards your goal. And to begin embracing or feeling and no longer resisting that acceleration, which makes you feel stagnation and blocked, is you noticing where you've moved, noticing what you've learned and to understand that if you're trying to build a Lego house, you cannot just begin by putting the last rooftop tile of the Lego. You have to build the walls, the foundation. You have to put each piece in until you get to the top to then see the complete house. But you don't have to wait till you've put the last piece to celebrate and understand that you are building a Lego house. You can celebrate each time you've finished one wall, one aspect, one layer. You can understand, I can see the growth because I see the house. I see that I've first of all gathered the plate to build the house on. I've separated the colors. I have the booklet. I am following the instructions. And just to understand that it's not because you're not putting the final piece on the Lego house that you are not building one. You are not building something. You're not moving towards your objective. And to say, well, then what is it that I accomplished today? Well, I first bought the Lego set. I set up the space to build it. I opened the packets. I read the instructions, and I'm ready to begin. And that's me and the direction of my success. So I am already in the flow of my success. And if the next day you don't happen to go back to the Lego house because you are busy helping your own children with their homework or with whatever it is you're doing, and you are not touching the Lego house, putting a piece on it, it does not mean that you are not successful. And to just be looking at the fact that the Lego house is still not completed and hence there is no success is an accurate observation that the Lego house is not completed, but it does not mean that you have not achieved success that day. And go find, where have I put my energy instead, and how has that benefited me? And maybe you will say, but tomorrow I still want to make sure I make time for advancing my Lego project. And then whether you do or not, every time reevaluate, what have I learned? Is that still a positive outcome for me? Does that help me grow? And does that still reinforce that I want to continue building the Lego house or not? And really, every step is a success, whether you're addressing the Lego house or not. So we will leave you with this for now. But measuring your success, just measuring success and not addressing success attached to a form. If the Lego house is not complete, I cannot claim success. That is untrue. You cannot claim completion of the Lego house, but you can claim success in other aspects of your life. Then do claim that success because it contributes to you completing the Lego house. We hope this has been helpful. I hope that it has reached you, because sometimes I do feel that we have not been trained to measure success in a way that is empowering. And I really believe that it can make a difference if we change the way we perceive success. So there you are. Big hug. Have a wonderful time.